Thursday, October 24th, 2024, Chicago rapper Dirk Banks, aka Lil Durk, was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals in Broward County, Florida, on
Crazy.
one charge of murder for hire. Hours
What?
earlier, an indictment was unsealed out of Los Angeles, charging 5 Chicago men with the 2020 broad day murder of 24-year-old Savia
You
Robertson,
know what,
who
man?
was
I think it's the money that make most of these guys feel like they're untouchable because why are they out here moving like this when you got a whole music career ahead of you?
more commonly
I don't
known as
get
Lil
it. I
Pap,
don't get it. I
the
don't get it.
cousin of Georgia rapper Quando Rondo.
See all that broken glass there? That's where the Escalators parked. They're getting gas when all of a sudden the windows are blown out by gunfire.
Oh yeah, I remember
They're under
that.
attack by bullets flying all over the place. To the left, Mike, you'll give you a look. See all those white evidence markers on the ground? Each one of those is by a shell casing. Gives you an idea how many rounds are fired. Police say in that alleyway, the white vehicle pulls up. Three men get out,
Dang.
and they start firing at will, blasting away, targeting that black SUV, the rapper, and his second person inside. Once that SUV is hit by the gunfire, they take off. They hit the gas,
And they do
drive it.
listen, bro. They do this type of stuff in broad daylight. Like not even waiting until nighttime. Like they pulling up in nice cars and doing execution style hits. Like this is crazy.
Blocks away into West Hollywood. They wind up stopping.
And that's
over
Quando.
at Santa
Yeah, I
Monica
remember this
and
video.
San Vicente, right in the very heart of West Hollywood. They pull over there because the wounds to the man who was hit inside the Escalade too severe. He's bleeding. They pull over. 911 is called. Paramedics rush in. They take the injured man who's hit by gunfire to the ER. He does not make it. Does not
It's so
survive.
crazy looking at this in
Of the 5
hindsight.
men indicted, Didi, Vonnie, and Boogie would be identified as members or associates of OTF, a record label formed in 2010 by
Hey, also, can y'all please stop making y'all gang names, y'all record label names? Like the feds is watching.
Durk.
Just
The indictment
Just a
would
heads
state
up.
on November 6, 2020, Davon Bennett, aka King Von, a high-ranking member of OTF, got into a physical altercation with Taekwon Bowman, aka Quando Rondo, at a nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia. During the fight, an associate of Quando named Lil Tim pulled out a gun and shot Vaughn multiple times, killing him. After the murder, a man only identified as co-conspirator 1 made it clear to OTF Didi and 3 other unnamed men that he would pay a bounty to anyone who took part in killing Quando for his role in Vaughn's death. He'd communicate this hit in coded language. OTF Didi, the cousin of Lil Durk, would double down, offering anyone responsible for Quando's death lucrative music opportunities on top of the money being promised. 2 years later, it was now August 18th, 2022. The conspirators learned that Quando was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles. OTF Didi would recruit 2 gang members from Chicago that were unaffiliated with OTF, named Flocka and Brown Eyes. Didi would have co-conspirator 3 purchase them tickets from Chicago to San Diego by using an OTF credit card. Didi would confirm
wait a minute.
all
Hold
3
on,
of
bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Y'all is not going on drills using the official OTL credit cards. I mean, what do you say? What do you say? I mean, it's like the evidence is right there. The police really ain't got to do no work. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, they went and got a bunch of guns and ski masks with the official credit cards linked directly to OTF. Let's continue.
had the same airline tickets and would send a message on Instagram saying, "On my way to LA." Didi and another
Instagram.
OTF associate known as Boogie would
Bruh,
travel
come
with
on,
Flocka, Brown Eyes, and a man only known as co-conspirator number 2 from Chicago to San Diego with the plan to kill Quando Rondo. That same day, OTF Vonnie traveled by private jet from Miami to LA to facilitate the hit. Vonnie, who could be seen shopping at Icebox with King Von back in 2020, would be seen shopping again, but this time obtaining cars, ski masks, and guns for the hit team. Landing in San Diego, Didi and his team would drive to Los Angeles County, meeting up with Vonnie, who who purchased full black ski masks from a sporting goods store in Los Angeles County.
Oh my God, they got the store and everything, bro.
Using an OTF credit card, Vonnie would book a hotel room at the Universal City Hotel.
And a hotel
Vonnie
room?
would provide the hit team with guns, including a 10mm Glock with a switch. He'd also provide a white BMW and a white Infiniti with a fake license plate.
Not a white car,
With
bro.
no time to waste, the hit team would get right to work, traveling to...
Hey, man. I honestly think niggas watch too many movies. Because the way he's explaining it is that they use official credit cards linked directly to OTF to purchase all of these things. Like, are you that rich to the point where you feel like you're untouchable, or you're just lazy? Like, you do realize, like, you're trying to get somebody deleted. Like, you don't... So you do realize that evidence is there, and, you know... Let's continue.
Quando's hotel
This is crazy.
to find, track, and kill him. But they'd have no luck. It wouldn't be until the next day they'd spot Quando's black Escalade. They'd follow Quando to a marijuana dispensary and then a clothing store, waiting for the right moment.
Yep, white cars. Wow.
The feds were able to pull surveillance photos of the two vehicles tracking the Escalade, which eventually pulled into a gas station. We'll never know the conversation that took place inside of that car, but they decided at that moment it was time to take action. Boogie would park inside an alley next to the gas station as the three shooters exited the vehicle.
Oh, I ain't never seen these pictures before.
And opening fire. Quando Rondo was inside of the vehicle with his sister as gunfire erupted, while Lil Pab had been standing next to it outside. Bullets would shatter glass, pierce metal, and push through flesh, leaving Pab on the ground as the shooters fled. Now dying, Pab would be placed back inside of the Escalade as they drove off, only making it less than a mile away before flagging down the police. CPR would fail, and Quando would be left screaming out as he just witnessed his cousin get gunned down the same way the world witnessed King Von go out. By now, the shooters had fled in the getaway vehicle, later traveling to a burger restaurant to discuss payment. The shooters would be driven back down to San Diego and flown back to Chicago that same night, with OTF DD paying the shooters an undisclosed amount on behalf of co-conspirator number one. With his arrest being announced, it's believed none other than Lil Durk will soon be identified as co-conspirator one and held responsible by the federal government for having members of OTF recruit a hit team, travel across state lines, and commit murder for hire. Under federal law, this would mean Lil Durk is possibly facing federal execution, as the death penalty may apply. If sought by federal prosecutors, the only way to escape federal death would be by taking a plea deal for a life sentence in federal prison. Since the death of King Von,
he either gotta choose life in prison or the death penalty. Listen, if I was him, I'd be sick right now. You know why I'd be sick? Because how you go from having the world in the palm of your hands and then the next minute is ripped from you all because of revenge. All because you wanted revenge in the end. It's just...
Durk would be consistently trolled online.
It's the same story over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen this before.
Every time Durk says something online, you got all these fans and trolls telling him to, you know, slide for Von.
King Von got killed and Lil Durk didn't slide for Von, which is like a meme online. And they're like, we like Young Boy because, you know, like these kids like really believe that they're a part of these real situations. Yeah. And these kids are out here just saying this shit like,
Von died. So I don't know no politics. And listen, why is this nigga not sliding on niggas? How you know what they doing? Just because it ain't publicized.
Those three words would gain hundreds of thousands of views, and Trap Lil Ross would even document multiple attempts made on Quando's life since Von's death in a video titled Sliding for Von. With College Kid breaking the news of the 5 men indicted for the murder of Lil Pab, he'd include a clip of No Jumper's Brick Baby previously speaking on the topic.
Oh yeah,
Slide for Von, right?
Nobody.
Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, because of no. Like, who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FVG Cash?
He must know something there.
Nah, cause Lil Pop.
Oh, what's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more. That's the new term on like no more slide for Vine.
Because of
He
Lil
basi-
Pop.
so
Now,
he
after
basically
that
saying,
incident,
okay, I get
Being
it.
that
I
this
get
is a
you.
federal murder case and will likely be pursued as a death penalty case, we can expect this to take years before a final sentence.
Damn.
More details
So he
got
gotta
to
sit for years.
as well as more arrests, because every unnamed conspirator in this indictment is about to be taken into custody. It's almost guaranteed Durk will not be granted any type of pretrial release, and this could very well be the end of the rapper's career and freedom, an ending almost predicted in his song Redman. Now, like I said in the video, I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This might be the end of Lil Durk. He just got indicted by the feds for a charge that carries execution.
Right. Like, it ain't no getting out from that.
I don't see how he could get a plea. I don't see why they would give him a plea. I don't see how his lawyers,
Nah,
no
because they've
matter
been
how
trying to
much
get
money
him
he
for a
puts
minute.
forward,
And this is
would be able to get him out of this situation.
perfect opportunity for
And
them.
there's a lot of important things being left out of this. We don't know how the feds found out about that conversation that he allegedly had,
Damn,
or
bro.
co-conspirator one allegedly had. We don't know the amount of money the shooters were allegedly paid. We don't know a lot of these things because a lot of details have yet to come out. And they're going to. We'll be able to make a better judgment on things as more evidence is released. Obviously, more arrests are going to be made because the other co-conspirators haven't been named because they're not in custody. We're going to find out if anybody's snitching. This is going to get deep. This is going to play out similar to the O Block FBG Duck case. This is going to take years to solve. And then all the evidence is going to be released. The videos, the pictures, everything. But this is a major blow to hip hop. This is a major blow to Chicago, to Lil Durk's fans. Obviously, I'm thrilled about this shit. I'm rocking with anybody that shouts me out in the fucking song. But it's like, damn. Motherfuckers can hope it ain't true, because who, with as many millions as Durk,
I was
trick
just saying.
himself out of the streets like that? You know what I mean?
Crazy.
It doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, Durk is a product of Chicago. And as we've known for years, Chicago has never fucked off.
So with that being said, man, it looks like Durk is gonna have to sit for a very long time until they come to a conclusion about how they're gonna end this thing, man. But right now, it is not looking good. Now, before I get off this video, I want to point out how his life and a character by the name of John Marston from Red Dead Redemption, how their lives are eerily similar. Now, I did a video about this, about the whole ATK situation that went down not too long ago, but this Durk situation aligns more to the John Marston story than the ATK situation, because Durk actually did go and seek revenge, and in him seeking revenge, it ended up being his downfall. You get what I'm saying? Just like in Red Dead Redemption, John Marston, if he didn't go try to find Micah, if he would have just stayed at the ranch like his wife told him to, she said, John, you don't need to go seek revenge. What John say? Nah, hell no. We finna go get Micah because I'm riding for my boy Arthur. John Marston slid for Arthur, okay? When he ended up sliding for Arthur, it ended up being his downfall, because that's when the Pinkertons were like, so it's still some more out there. So we're going to use him. And just like in Red Dead Redemption 1, if you've played it, you know John Marston's downfall. And with Lil Durk, what did he do? He slid for Vaughn and ended up coming back, biting him in the ass. And now he loses everything. And he has to sit and could possibly be facing the death penalty. So the lesson in all of that is that sometimes it's best to not seek revenge and just to let shit go. Because as you can see, it can come back and bite you. Now, were they sloppy about this? Yes, very sloppy. If you're planning to do something like that, using company funds is an easy way for the feds to just be like, oh, okay, 1 + 1 = 2. We got them. pretty much. Not smart at all. Not smart at all. But when you got that much money, a lot of times you start to feel like you're invincible and you start to move like you in the movies. But unfortunately, this is not a movie. The FBI is not finna move on you unless they feel like they have a very, very good chance of convicting you. And with this case, it's not looking good for Durk. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. It's the Kid Ríez. Stay out in the streets and stay carefree, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.